What's up, guy? What is up, guy? Welcome back to what Josue has to say, our little Miami local podcast. The last few episodes, 2 episodes, have been a little dirty. A little heavy. So I decided to lighten the load a little bit and talk about something that all Miamians are familiar with, and it's toxic relationships. How do you stop that? So, toxicity and Miami, they're synonymous in this city, right? Everybody knows somebody that has been in a toxic relationship, or most people actually have been in toxic relationships. I know I definitely have. So, in order to help me have this conversation, I wanted to bring in 2 of my reformed resident toxicos. Reformed. Okay, that's the key, reformed. They went through the Toxicos Anonymous program, 12 steps, and now they come out anew. You know what I mean? So they're subject matter experts on the subject. And we can have a little discussion about this. You know what I mean? My first guest here is a returning guest. Some of you that have been watching me for a bit may recognize him. Jordan, Sierra, Verse.
Hello.
What's up, guy?
How's it going? I'm glad to be back. This is fun. Last time was fun.
It was fun.
Enjoyable. Yeah.
Enjoyable.
We're back again.
To
So
say the least.
part 3.
I love it. And my next guest here is a friend of mine from my middle school days. So I've seen her dating pattern quite a bit. All 411 of it. Laura Valcarce. What's up, girl?
Hey. And my dating pattern has been great, right? Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So I did a little, that was gross. I did a little research back in episode 6 of season 1, where I talked about Miami relation. You good over there?
Vaping.
Where I talk about Miami relationships and specifically why it was so hard to. Most people think dating in Miami just sucks. Like, it's hard to date in Miami. And when I was doing some research, I found some articles. I don't know how accurate this is, but apparently there's data to back up why Miami relationships suck. And I'm going to read a little bit of the excerpts that I found from that episode. So it says, according to data collected by FIU's Metropolitan Center, a lot of it is related to money, which is, I guess, kind of makes sense, but doesn't. This data is back from 2014 and 2016, so I don't know if it's still relevant.
That's
probably,
old.
Right,
There's a lot of shit that's happened.
Right, but it's probably worse now because, like, look at the economy.
Yeah, it's worse.
So
way worse.
It says that the median salary for men in Miami-Dade increased by only 2.3%, and it actually decreased for women during 2014 to 2016 when this data was accrued. So after finding a decent place to live that you can afford, you've got to start factoring in courting costs. Local dating coach Danny Sparks tells us that.
Danny Sparks.
Hey, Danny, hit me up. Tells us that when you start doing the math, things can really add up. Let's say you get to dinner, drinks, that's maybe $80 for you both. Not in this economy. You do that 3-4 times a week, that'll be $240 a week, right? Multiply it by 4, that's a rent for a whole month. They later went ahead to mention that the ratio is such a big factor that on top of that, the education is an issue as well. So it says, according to the U.S. Census data, women in Miami-Dade make up 51% of the population compared to 49% of men. And 14% of women who are 25 or older in Miami-Dade have bachelor's or master's degree, while men is only 12%. So basically, bitches don't want to date dumb motherfuckers, is what I'm hearing
stupid
here.
boys.
You know what I mean? And the last bit of it is that a lot of the issues are also brought because of I'll read the quote. There's a lot of sexual energy in the air, and that can contribute to a lot more casual sex, Claudia says, some lady.
What's Claudia's last name?
We probably know her. That's especially true of people moving to the city from elsewhere and looking to live the party life, she says. They also have the climate is also... It's also a big factor compared to other parts of the country. While big cities have seasons where you can cuddle up with a potential boo, Miami is basically nonstop outdoor partying, summer long type of thing, which makes summer flings more casual. So with all that being said, they say finance is an issue, casual sex is an issue. What do you guys experience? I think that's kind of true. Personally, I think that, I mean, growing up in Miami, I know I've actually talked to a lot of friends, a lot of them back in the day. Now we're in their 30s, so we're financially better off. But before it was like, oh, I'm not gonna take her out. Like I drive an Altima, bro. Like she's used to like popping bottles at Live and like
the 2013 Dodge Dart that they don't make anymore.
Precisely. You know what I mean? So a lot of guys, I think, maybe shy away from that. Some girls are, I don't want to say gold diggers, but because I get it. Some girls are gold diggers, but some girls equate finance to security, right? And they want a man to have some sort of sense of security. That makes perfect sense. So to me, that makes sense. What do you guys think specifically about that? What these people said in FIU, whoever the fuck this was.
Claudia something.
Claudia, whatever.
Claudia Santo Pedro.
I mean, I definitely agree. I don't think that we want a sense of security, but we want at least an equal. So if, we're doing well and we can take care of ourselves, we want someone that could also do them for themselves. And, we can contribute both parties equally, I guess.
That makes sense.
I feel like in other states, like, I don't know, like a state where you're not doing shit, like you're bored and you live in a field and there's nothing around you, I think it's harder for you to cheat. I don't know, like, or be like...
you cheat with like a goat or something?
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like out here, it's different, or things like that. Like there's just so much around you. You could walk across the street. There's a bar. These people like have 3 acres. You know what I mean? Like that kind of shit, I think it makes a difference. So if your girl's cheating on you, take her to motherfucking Wichita.
What?
Where is Wichita?
Arkansas.
No, it's
Kansas.
Kansas. Shut up.
It was Kansas.
I do think that's definitely a factor in it. The diversity, that feeling of, oh, what else is out there? You know what I mean? When you got it's like when you go to Big Pink. Remember the menu of Big Pink, or like a restaurant with a lot of items? It's like, what do I get? You spend like 30 minutes like looking at the menu because of that whole, I guess, feeling of, oh, what else is out there? What else is out there? So I guess that in this day and age, that probably makes it worse. And being in Miami where everyone's half naked and hot, you're like, oh.
And the girls look a lot better in Miami than the boys do. So,
Oh, yeah?
Is that fact? That's a quote from who?
That's
Which
From
FIU, which FIU person wrote that?
Where is the data?
I wrote that.
Yeah, I definitely think those are definitely factors. So, personally speaking, without naming names, without getting too personal, Laura, I want to start with you. Tell us about, it could be a personal story to you. It could be somebody else's story. You don't feel comfortable with. I don't want to get sued. Or anybody yelling at me. Tell me about what have you experienced with men? What are the pain points? If we were here in a project management session trying to like fix these toxic men, what are some pain points? Express to me what have you experienced? And Jordan, feel free to bounce off.
Free. I don't think you can fix some of these men. These men come broken, and you got to fix yourself.
Coming in hot already.
It's about understanding where the man's coming from, knowing if he's being inconsistent, if he's being consistent, and if you see things that don't add up, those red flags early on, there's really nothing that you can do to help him. He's got to want to help himself, and the best thing for you is just to walk away, even if it seems exciting, adventurous. None of that is going to make up for all the quote-unquote trauma that's going to happen later on if you continue to be in that relationship. So walk away early, save yourself. Men will not change if they don't want to.
Look at you. Toxicos Anonymous did a number on you. Mm-hmm. So how can you walk away from a red flag? Because a lot of women and men know this. They're like, oh my God, you didn't see the red flag, but you become the bull and you go straight into the red flag. And like you fool yourself each time.
Yeah, because people like this trick you. They're manipulative. They tell you they love you and they care for you while they're doing other things. So it's hard for you to see the picture like everyone on the outside. But I think looking to your friends for support and listening to the people that have always loved you, that want the best for you, is really the way to go. Because sometimes you can't see it for yourself, but everyone else sees it very clearly.
Yeah, that's true.
That is true.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
What you got to say?
I would say this because it's got that motherfucker. So
like
it's
that hat, by the way.
Thank you. Move in silence. I live by that. Not really. That's actually a lie. I don't. But it's okay. It's good to be loud.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. So there is. It's just I feel like with anybody really, like with trust or anything that you have to build with somebody, like from the beginning, do you give it to them? You know what I mean? Or how does that work? Like, to me, like, it's almost like you can't trust shit. You can't trust nobody. Because, like, I've seen the greatest relationships of people that I thought were, like, role models to me, that, you know, family members and things like that, and people that I loved and cared about, that they fucking ended up breaking up because one cheated on the other or some crazy shit. And then they were perfect. And it took that 33rd year to be toxic as fuck. And you just fucked up, and now you're old and your shit look crazy, and you can't, it's hard to find some love. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just, you know, but it's all good. We love you and your little rooster neck. So.
Damn.
The gobble gobble.
The gobble. But yeah, it's hard. Like, how do you determine what's a bad person, or can people change? Is the question. Can people grow from that? Do you grow, or do you just become that person forever? Like, I think I've grown.
I think we all grow. I think if you don't grow, then there's something wrong with you, right? Eventually, it takes some longer than others, but eventually, I think everybody does the work.
Some people get away with things, so they don't have to grow.
Yeah, I would say most don't grow. Like, people end up being a certain way, and they may mask it for a long time, and then it comes out again. And it's just like, okay, you may have lied for this long, but you're just back to the same shit again. So you're definitely just mask that shit up, and you're toxic your whole life. Like, those people that I'm talking about, like, I'm sure they were bad when they were younger. I don't know them because I was just a little sperm. And, you know, they were probably fucking toxic as shit. And then they fucking married Maria, and they got fucking a great relationship, and then fucked it all
again,
up.
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's definitely true. How do you break out of a toxic cycle? Let's say you've been dating somebody forever, right? And then it's the question that basically what you just said. Can they change, or are they consistently? Because I think a lot of the toxicity, that the perpetual toxicity cycle you stay in, is because you have hope, right? You're like, oh, they can change, or they promise you these sweet nothings, and then maybe they change for a week, and then
comfort,
and they get right
comfortable,
and then go back to the same patterns. We've all, been at some point sucked into that cycle where we think they're going to change. I have hope, because you want to see the best, right? You want to see what you want to see, but then the reality isn't that. How do you identify that? How do you move on from them? How do you?
You got to go cold turkey. That's the only way to do it.
Like a nicotine addict type of thing?
It is an addiction. You're like addicted to their love and their comfort. And so if you're really determined to leave them, you just have to go cold turkey, no contact, do things for yourself that you've always enjoyed, that you've been missing out on. And I mean, it's so much easier said than done.
That shit is hard. It's hard, like, because, I remember being young, and, like, my younger relationships, and, like, when you break up with somebody, it feels like you're going to fucking die. Like, it's, like, the worst thing in the world.
But you got to know for it, right?
You got punched in the stomach.
Yeah, you fucking cry about everything. And then I just feel like it's tough to get out of something like that. You're in a cycle. And there's so much more, just comfort. Like, just talking to somebody all day on the phone, or just having that person that you can just speak to all day that's like, eh. Then you lose that. You're, like, fucking stuck. And then you're sitting outside the Lotus.
It's a habit. You don't
15 years later.
Don't mention that place on
Rest
air,
in peace.
please, for the love of God. Yeah, how many of these cycles do you think are related to people, how do I phrase this? Just like you said, being broken individuals, right? Or having past traumas, or or self-insecurities, versus just fuck boy, fuck girl tendencies. Like,
I think a lot of them in the long term, because I think fuck boy, fuck girl tendencies, they don't tend to stay in, like, long relationships, because they move from one partner to the next. So they don't even get to this point where you build that, like, bond that's so strong that you can't get out of. And, dealing with fuck girls and fuck boys, like, sucks, but it's easier to come out of that than, like, this, like, continuous, like, toxic cycle.
I think that's worse, because they can't stay long, so they can't really manipulate you long enough to, like, be in love. Like, I feel like they can't mask that shit. Mm-hmm. Like, they're just like that. Like,
I don't even think they're trying.
Yeah,
right?
they don't give a shit. Like, there's just a person. I could think of, like, 7 people off the top of my head that are just like that.
Name them.
One of them's at the table. No, I was kidding. See you. No, I'm just kidding.
It's not, I swear. Fuck, I just drew a blank. What was I gonna say?
You were telling us you were a fuckboy.
No. At what point is it giving up on somebody? At what point is it really? Because people sometimes, like, going back to that same question. Oh, I'm trying, or whatever the fuck. At what point is it? Well, relationships are work. Relationships, you stick around and you do the due process and you get better. And at what point is it just toxic?
Yeah, I guess do your words match your actions? Because you know, you can give
Yeah,
everyone
but
a
that's
chance.
easier said than done.
It's
People
easier
don't
said
change
than
that
done.
quickly, you know? These patterns you've been repeating your whole life, you just don't fix them from one day to another. You
But
gotta
at
be
least like
patient with the
some of
person.
them, so maybe nothing, you know, matched at the beginning, and that's whatever. You're like, okay, I'm gonna give this person one chance, and then if things still do not match up at all, then, I mean, do you really have hope? Because that's how it's gonna keep going forever. They're gonna keep telling you one thing, they're gonna be doing something else behind your back, or they're gonna pretend they're doing everything right, and trust me, they probably have a secret life that you don't even know about. But you know,
Tell us, do you have experiences with secret lives?
maybe
Wow.
next podcast.
Next podcast.
No, let's
Secret
do it here
Lives.
now.
The secret life of Laura.
The people want to know.
No, I gotta get paid for that one.
Tell me about Italy.
Greatest country in the world.
I don't even know about Italy. Sounds terrible. Jesus Christ.
But anyway, what do you think on that, Jordan?
What was the question again? 'Cause I'm just thinking about
what
Italy right
point-
now. What happened in Italy?
At what point are you giving up on somebody, and what point are you just, you know, realizing choose yourself or whatever the fuck? You know, like people change,
I mean-
but you got to be patient with them.
Yeah. I mean, there comes a point where it's almost like, holy shit, like, is anything going to change? Like, how long am I waiting? Or do you see anything happening? It's almost like on you. Like, at one point, I feel like for experiences that I've had in the past or like that I've seen with people, like, it's just like I see something really more like I see it in other people than myself. Because, like, you know, like when you have a friend or somebody that's dating somebody and you're like, yo, don't do that. You see something, like, that they don't see. Like you said, like, they can't see shit. I'm like, yo, your girl's obviously, like, doing you dirty. Like, she's fucking you over. And you don't even notice. And I have friends currently going through that shit. And it's like, they don't see it. Nobody sees it. Like, you're fucking lost. So it's like, how do you get out of that?
Rose-colored glasses.
Yeah. You always said that. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like it's hard. Like, how do you know when it's time to step away? Or you don't? Like, is it one day you wake up and you're like, I'm done with you? You know? Like, I don't fucking know.
I think it builds up. Like, you're like, oh, this
I think
was
it
a
builds
lot,
up. Yeah.
but whatever, let's forgive it. Then, oh, this was like a lot. And then one day you're just like, oh
Yeah.
my God.
I feel like
fuck
once your
this shit.
family and shit get involved or people,
Yeah.
it's like, yo, like, you know what I mean? It could be a moment or it could wake you up. Like, it's just like, it's either or. Like, one thing happens. It's either like, yo, we're fucking up right now. I love you. I care about you. I want to be with you. Like, are we going to work on this? Figure it out. Are you going to change? Am I going to change? Can we mold together? No. Bye. Like, it has to be like that. If not, you're just going to keep wasting time. Like, yo, I look older than last year, and it's only going to keep getting... I'm looking like shit every year.
Age like
So I
fucking
gotta-
Donatella Versace.
Gotta
looking
take
like a leather
advantage.
bag.
Gotta take advantage right now while you still look good. So it's like, there's no time to waste. So, like, at some point, it's like, you gotta fucking wake up. Like, wake up and be like, okay, am I wasting my time? What am I doing?
That's one thing I've always told people, because I'm the people's therapist, in case
Right.
is if you're trying to break out from somebody, because sometimes people complain, man. They're like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm so done with her / him / they, whatever the fuck they are these days.
Or the dog.
And
They,
yeah, they, them. But they're not. They're just trying to vent. And it's bullshit. They're just angry and they're trying to vent. They're just fooling themselves. And as a friend, you kind of just like, you want to believe them because you want better for them, but then they're not. So then really, I guess like the advice is, if you're going to be doing that, saying all that, make sure you're really ready to walk out the door. Like, don't just be saying and doing all these things.
Yeah.
Like, make sure, like, I am committed. I'm not going to fall back to, I miss you at midnight and, like, all this shit when you're hugging your pillow alone in bed, like, watching fucking Gilmore Girls or some shit. You know, like, be ready to fucking take that step. Don't be saying all these things for no reason. And if you are ready to leave, then I think if you're not, then stick there. Like you guys just said, like, let it build up. Let it build up. Squeeze out every single juice to the point that you're just like, ya no te recito más, vete pa la pinga, you know, type of thing. Like, because otherwise, if you don't squeeze it all out, then you fall back into that same shit because you have to get like alto. Like I'm up to my last. I don't know how the phrase goes, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get that, but for me, like, I tried to walk away cold turkey once before I really did, and I really thought I was done. So when I was telling my friends, like, I'm done, like, I really thought I was done, and I was done for like a month and a half, and then, you know, shit happens. They try
what
to
happened,
recruit
Laura?
other people to make you believe this
You hear
and
the wrong
that.
song in the car. It's a fucking rap.
You hear
Drake
Delilah, Power Love Hour, and you're like, damn.
Delilah. I think that was the wrong button.
Can you turn it off?
That's actually what my car sounds like when it's driving. I'm used to that. By 2013, that's tired. That doesn't exist.
Yeah, that's a valid point.
Yeah, I mean, it does take a toll on your friends, so you probably don't
Oh,
want to
does
go
it?
with them to them every single time. They're tired of hearing your shit. Your friends are tired of hearing your shit. The same
Well, we
story.
actually have a soundbite that we recorded of you the last time you broke up, and it's this one. We recorded your whole conversation.
You imagine?
And live on air.
Live on air. Que pase
We have the video.
Italia.
We got the footage from Red Bar, and we're here. We have the audio of the match.
Amazing.
But yeah, no, as friends, like, sorry. But then, just be patient and, just listen.
No, but look at him in the eyes and say sorry.
Nah, not like that. Not him. Other friends.
Oh man. I just lost my train of thought. Yeah. Wait, what was the last thing you said? Sorry,
I said, as friends, be a little patient. I know it's hard to listen to hear the same
my friends are
story
not
over
patient.
and over again, but
My friends are not patient. He's been patient in my past life.
I mean, that's what friends are for, right? At the end
exactly.
of the day, to put up with each other's bullshit. I guess that's love, baby.
Mm-hmm.
How can you avoid shit like this in the future?
I guess, how I
Living in
mentioned-
Miami.
Oh, living in Miami is hard because a lot of Miami's like a lot more superficial than other places. When I lived in Texas.
What are some toxic qualities that I think my voice was correct. What are some toxic qualities that you identify now that you are reformed, former toxic persona?
If your man spends a lot of time on Instagram and he's not like a personality or has a podcast like you do, that is a huge red flag.
Oh, yeah.
And he keeps adding girls in bikinis, sending the fire emojis, commenting all over the place.
I can already hear some woman listening to this in a future timeline just like, my fucking man's on Instagram all day.
He's doing it.
If he takes a long ass shit, red flag.
No, chill. Wait.
Nah. Most guys just take a long ass shit.
Sometimes
it's your time to decompress and leave your woman out of
and
your
send fire emojis while on the toilet.
Damn.
Yeah. Let's talk about IBS. Irritable bowel syndrome. We said that yesterday. So speaking of irritable bowel syndrome, you spend many hours in the bathroom constantly. You have no way to stop it. It just comes out and it burns and it just hurts. And you can't do anything, and it's in the bed and it's in the car, and it's when you're out with your friends and you have to hang out with them still and not go to the bathroom for 30 minutes.
Let's
what a
drink some
plug.
coffee today.
Irritable bowel syndrome. Because I have it. That's why.
Well, if
But
you're
I do spend
Jordan,
hours
yeah.
on Instagram too.
If you're Jordan, this does not apply to you.
Yes. Or if you have irritable bowel syndrome.
But, for most men, I think it's a huge red flag.
Okay. What about women?
I think for women, it's a similar thing.
They spend hours on the toilet sending
Yo,
fire
chill.
emojis
Wait,
because of IBS.
okay.
No,
Listen.
their presence on Instagram, social media in general.
I'm not gonna get into detail, but yes, they do spend time in the bathroom. I knew a girl that a long time ago that would spend a long time in the bathroom, and then one day I just walked in and she was like talking to guys in the bathroom on Instagram. So they use that shit. That's like a headquarters. You feel me? They lock
They
that
use that
door.
shit, no pun intended.
Yo, I had to use my nail to unlock the door. You know what I'm talking about? You had
That
to
is savage.
That's some toxic ass shit.
walk in that shit.
Using
Fuck you don't.
you think in Miami guys have their pinky nail grown out because of cocaine, but it's really to open up the bathroom on their woman. What you doing in there, bitch?
To use this. Wow. I think if a woman also is not very available, in terms of like if you're asking her out on a date on like a Friday or Saturday, that means she's definitely going out with other men. She's like, no, I'm busy for 2
that's a
weeks.
good one.
3
But like
weeks.
that's dating. Like if it's a girlfriend, like
Oh, no. But
different.
we're talking early
But,
on,
like, early
like
on, yeah.
recognize.
no, yeah, you're done. If you don't have
Toxic
Saturdays
ass.
or Sundays, the wharf has her. It's over for you.
It's true. It's
done.
true.
For sure.
Good thing we're old. Well, I'm old. I'm not old. I'm 28, but I feel old.
Yeah, but we've been around the block for years.
Like I
now,
go to the
man.
wharf and I'm just kind of like
Like
uncomfortable.
like dating
I'm still out there.
dating in Miami, you age like in dog years. Like going out and shit. Like yo, I've been at this now. I was 16. I'm 31.
You
And I
age well
Now
though.
you're 61, actually.
Thanks to celery juice.
Thanks to celery juice every morning. It's yeah,
I can hit this. Can I hit this in here?
sure. This is a
Safe
a
space.
safe space.
Safe space.
Yeah. I forgot what I was saying.
I mean, you're a walking red flag.
Some girl called me once a walking red flag with nice hair.
Wait, what's crazy is, I think it's Archer. Let's interview him. Let's
know.
give him
No,
some
no,
questions. No, wait, hold up. Welcome to what Josue has to say, because we
About
want to hear what you got to say.
himself.
No, what do you feel are red flags?
In
In women.
no, right.
Yes, let's clarify.
Or in my men. Dude, I mean, definitely, like I said, the gold digging thing is a big, big, big thing in Miami. A lot of women, like I said, listen, it's security. Everybody understands that, as a woman, you want your man to make you feel secure. But a lot of them, I think the lifestyle takes them away. You know what I mean? The Instagram presence of other women, the bottle popping life, the yacht, like all this shit. A lot of women want the larger than life thing, and if you can't provide that, I think that's a really big red flag. Like, why are you looking for that, all that worth and wealth externally? You know what I mean? Instead of looking for like a steady partner or whatever. I mean, if you want to ball out, then that's your thing. Then ball out, whatever. But that's definitely a huge red flag. Another one is women with, I think women
With hair.
with hair. Women that have hair are bad. I also think that women that have a spotty dating past is a red flag as well.
Yeah,
You
because
know,
maybe they're the toxic ones that haven't fixed themselves.
Right. Women that can't spend a significant period of time alone, this goes for men too, are a red flag. Why do you have to be always with somebody coupled up? Why are you so codependent that you can't be on your own? Those are issues that you have to address with yourself, because then later on they leak into your relationship. And I mean, in Miami specifically, it's mostly, happens to guys too, but I think it's mostly women. I have known since grade school girls that had a boyfriend since the first grade, even if it was like a play, like always had a boy there, you know what I mean? It's like, girl, just do your thing. Like, so those are definitely like big, in my eyes, like.
Yeah.
But is that like a codependency?
Yeah,
issue?
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
It's codependency.
Yeah, if you jump from one relationship to the next, I feel like you're toxic.
I even know some that preparan territorio, like they know they're about to like
Yes.
dip on, so then they're already scouting, like recruiting
I've seen that happen before.
for college baseball.
Yeah.
And they jump on, and if
Yeah,
you
so when they break up, they don't feel
and
nothing.
I think this girl actually listens to my shit, so hey,
Hey, girl, heal.
Welcome.
hey girl, heal. But yeah, those are pretty bad, dude. Oh God.
Oh, I'm ready.
Or when you need so
Shut
much
up.
validation
For those listening
from
and not
the
watching,
outside.
Jordan's drinking
Yes.
cafecito cubano, and he has IBS. So if you guys
Yeah,
hear
Red
any
Bull Boss.
if you guys hear any noises, it's not the
The
sound
crazy thing
effects.
is, you don't want to hear noise, because once you hear noise, it's a problem already. Instantly.
Oh man.
I don't know if you guys want. This looks like it's about to taste really bad. Is this bad coffee?
I'm going to get more.
Yeah, actually, I
Can
want
never
some
have
more
too much
too.
Cuban coffee.
Serve me some,
This already looks like shit. Who made this?
bro. La viejita de la quina. They're in
Dog.
the production team's looking.
She just
at
made
us like,
coffee. Like, she
The
didn't even
next
make cafe.
podcast
Like, it's just
episode.
coffee, beans, and water.
Yo, let's bring la vieja to my podcast.
Que pase la vieja.
Que pase la vieja. ¿Por qué tu cafecito no tiene azúcar? Cuéntanos.
Is she an authentic from her country, or is
She's
she born here?
Cuban.
No, I don't
She's
believe it.
From her country.
Just by the smell of it, it doesn't seem very well. Let me see. You guys drank the whole thing, huh?
I
We
mean,
did, yeah.
it's not that much.
Josue, this is probably the worst thing I've ever drank in my entire life. But honestly, like, it has
It does the
coffee
job.
grounds in
The
it.
production team is like dying back there. They're like,
They're like,
First of all, you guys know this is. Did you had a cup of this? This is the worst thing I've ever had in my life. The taste is gonna be in my mouth for like 7 days.
it does taste like agua sucia. Now
I
that
thought it was
'cause-
okay.
because when we got it, it was still warm. Now
Yeah.
it's like cold, so it does taste.
Because the warm numbs the flavor.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's me taking the bare minimum. Need to learn better.
It's terrible.
I'm sorry, guys. This is a low budget production. I
It's all good.
can't give you quality coffee. Biden's America. We can't ship in good
There's
coffee
no more
beans
sugar
anymore.
Apparently, there's no more sugar at that place because that shit had no sugar.
That's
So
why.
Biden took the sugar. Okay,
He took the sugar too.
fuck it, and the
No
flavor.
comment.
I can hear all the liberals signing off of my podcast right now.
When you die at night and La Vieja kills you, it's your fault. Watch, she's gonna pour coffee on your body.
All right, let me reel this back in. Not real. Reel this one in.
You're gonna real,
Dirty mind.
and you're gonna fuck La Vieja after.
Give the people that are in suffocating, toxic relationships that they don't know how to get out of some advice that Laura, speak for your fellow women. Jordan, speak for your fellow men.
I start. Okay. I guess just circling back to the beginning, it's hard to walk away, but just do it cold turkey. Think about someone else that you can find that doesn't give you all that bullshit, all that inconsistency, all those sleepless nights. Like, by continuing to be with this person, you might feel comfortable, you might not feel lonely, but you're not opening yourself up to something greater, something better. Because once you are strong enough to realize that you're in the situation and walk away and work on yourself, then you're open, and like the universe will eventually provide someone that's going to be great for you. And that shit is not love. You think it's love, it's not love. It's just a stupid trauma bond. Love is different. Love is easy. It's real. It'll get there. So just walk away, be with your friends. It's all going to work out in the end.
Damn, girl, that came out of your soul.
Thank you.
Jordan?
I would say that it's tough to know if you're in a position that you need to leave, or it's tough if you know that you're in a bad place, because there's always times where things can work. You know what I mean? There's always times where there is that if I stay longer, can it work thing. And sometimes it does work, and I've seen it, and it happens. So it's tough to really know. You got to know yourself. You got to look within yourself, and you got to just like grab your fucking balls and just look in the mirror. And one day it's going to happen, and it may not happen now, and it may happen when you get done really dirty, or when you just fucking feel it one day, and it's just going to tell you what to do. And, like I felt it in my gut when I was in a bad position, and I knew what to do. Like I told myself, and I went through so much shit, and this is a long, long time ago, and I just remember I was young. I was like 21, and like I knew I was really attached to this person I was with, and I could not like feel like I just felt like I was fucking dying every time we had split or whatever. And like one day I just fucking woke up and I just X'd it out, like I don't know, out of my head. And like it's because I knew like I needed something better, and I knew I wanted to make more money, I wanted to grind, I wanted to get a better job, I wanted to do these things. And like if I put all my focus and energy every day from morning till night, arguing, fighting, screaming, just nothing to conquer in the day, because my whole entire mind is absorbed by this fucking stupid shit going on. So it's like, I don't know, in my mind I feel like one day you're gonna know, and if you don't know, like now you know, nigga. No, I was kidding. But
Oh my God.
but yeah, no, it's definitely one of those things that you gotta like, you're gonna feel it, you're gonna know it, and you have to listen to your friends sometimes, but they're not always right,
Yeah, that's true.
because if they were always right,
They don't know everything.
they wouldn't
do
be your
They
friends.
don't know. Valid point. No, they don't know. You don't know what you don't know. You don't know what goes on behind
Yeah.
closed doors. There's a lot that you only hear from one side. There's a lot that...
Be logical. Like it's hard
Try
to be
to,
logical,
try
but be
to.
logical with your choices and your thoughts. Don't be like, oh yeah, she did me dirty. Like be real. Like what did you do too?
Right?
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because it's easy for
Hold
me
yourself
sometimes to be like,
accountable.
What
Yeah.
caused?
Yeah.
What caused the? Yeah, it's a two-way street.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think also, do they level you up is like a really important question to ask. Like, is my life better because this person's in it? And you should always
Yeah.
ask that of any relationship. And if the answer is no,
Then walk.
then walk away.
I gotta go.
yeah, it's weird. That's a good point to bring up, because I feel like I've never felt that in a relationship until now, in this relationship that I'm in. But like,
Nice save.
no, but it's true, because I feel like ever since this relationship that I'm in, like you can't say that you've known me very well and you've known me very close and you know me outside of all this. Like, how much of a boss up have you seen?
Yeah.
It's like insane.
You guys have had your ups and downs, but definitely
Yeah.
you both have leveled up.
Yeah.
In the recent.
Yeah,
past.
exactly. And it's just like, exactly. And that's, for me, it's like you just got to love somebody, and you got to know and you love yourself, and figure out, if you put yourself first, does that version of you that loves yourself still care about that person? And if it's so, go for it and try it. And if you fail, then you make terrible fucking choices. And then maybe it's time to start listening to people. But I feel like you could level up. The greatest, the life that I live is right now in this moment, which was getting past the point of, what do I want? What do I need? What am I going to do? And like, I feel like I've leveled the fuck up because of all the stupid experiences I've had before in the past. It was the chair. It wasn't a fart. No way. She just looked down at my ass because the chair went. I saw her eyes go down like, does this guy just fart right now?
I think he did.
Nah, it was a chair. But
a
it is a chair.
It's
El
IBS.
cafecito.
It's irritable bowel syndrome. But yeah, I feel like you have to boss up.
This episode is sponsored by Pfizer
episode.
IBS pill.
Yeah, I already feel it cooking up, and I had a sip.
That
Oh,
means,
wow.
that means you're gonna start wrapping up soon.
No, that means La Vieja is not making any more coffee for us.
I wanted to add to that. I definitely, I gotta say, my piece is people definitely do. Even if you are stuck in some crazy ass, toxic, rampant, banshee, shit crazy relationship, you learn, man. Like none of them are a waste. People serve as mirrors, and a lot of these mirrors teach you to love yourself. I don't like to get personal about my life, and you guys know that.
Get personal.
And
We know nothing about your life, but you know everything about ours.
that's just why I'm
Wait till we put cameras in your shit.
on this earth.
Or a document.
I check every day. I'm paranoid as fuck in my car, under
Truman
the
Show.
bed. Exactly. But you definitely do your best leveling up, I think, when you have someone in your life to mirror things back to you. You realize things that you didn't realize about yourself often, and if you choose to grow and learn from them, then you do. You become a better person. I definitely have had relationships in the past that have been painful, but have taught me I wouldn't be where I'm at today without them. You know what I mean? As dark as they were, the light at the end of the tunnel was really the fucking light at the end of the tunnel. And it's hard to see it while you're in there, but hindsight's 20/20. Retrospect, you see the truth. And also you gotta ask yourself, if you're in a toxic ass relationship and you can't seem to break away from it. Let's say there's a guy cheating, the guy cheats on you, and you can't break. Oh my god, you bitch at him like, the seventh time, the seventh girl. It's not the guy, it's you. Why are you still there? Why are you putting up with this guy? Pegando the tarro left and right, and then you're bitching at him like if he's the one that at fault. You're the one at fault.
You have to respect yourself.
Why don't you? Start asking yourself, why don't I love myself? Why don't I respect myself? Why am I still putting up with this? What is wrong with me? At that point, you're the problem, not the guy. The guy's just an irreparable mess, and you're just there like sticking on to him like an old Band-Aid that's about to fall off. You know what I mean? So they all serve as mirrors for us to level up. So it's not all. That's the silver lining. It's not all lost.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have to look at yourself because no one's perfect, and you definitely serve the part in the toxicity by, allowing it to continue to happen. And what part of you was kind of broken that you allowed that for yourself, the disrespect. But
Yeah. I feel like things are stepping stones in life. Like you
Yeah.
figure out, you get these stones, you're going to make a path, or you're going to just throw that shit, figure it out, use this shit, align yourself. Like if you live like, like everything's against you, like every thing that's happened to you is like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Like you're fucked, you're done. Give up. But you need to figure out a way to like use that shit to fuel you. Every opportunity, everything that happens, whether it's relationship, life, friends, this, that, just use that shit to fucking go. Because if you sit around, nobody has time for your shit. When I was younger, people did have time for my shit. But the older I got, my friends started having babies, things.
Because people have their lives going.
Yeah,
People
that's
have
it.
shit
When they're
going on,
young, everybody
can't put
cares
up with
about the
this,
shit.
yeah.
It's enjoyable to talk about the
Because you don't
shit.
got anything else going on.
Yeah, now I don't want to hear about your shit. Nobody wants to hear my shit. So it's like, get it together.
I'll listen to your shit.
That's why I don't tell you. Yes, por curiosa. Wait till I come to you every day.
Chismosa.
Por chismosa, yeah.
So what happened in Italy? No, I'm just
Nothing.
kidding.
You have anything you want to tell next of years, Laura? Now that we have
Nothing. I'm good. I'm clear. I found my closure.
your face looks a little like it's about to pop off your neck.
What? Play a button. Play a button.
Relapse.
Cue the
relapse.
clap.
Relapse.
Cue the clap.
Thank you.
Thank you to these two payasos for coming on and having this conversation with me. Is there anything else you guys would like to add before we close today's session?
I'm still hosting some online classes on how to become a clown. So if you want to enroll, hit me up. The link will be on the bio.
Jordan, the substitute teacher.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a retired clown. But I'm down to come back to teach some classes, and I'm ready.
Amazing. You guys want to, this is all the time we have for today, guys. So do you guys want to plug in any of your socials, or you don't care? You don't have to, but just like,
No, I'm private.
keep it anonymous. Okay.
Keep Italy out.
Jordan, do you?
Obviously, all my socials are everywhere on the other one. So yeah, just
What is it?
follow me at Who Is Verse on everything.
Let's go.
VERS.
Let's go, baby.
And then my OnlyFans account is Dirty Feet 32.
Where you get exclusive IBS content.
I don't know if I was going to bring it up, but I'm new to Feet Finder. JK.
The exclusive IBS channel.
Thank you guys for listening. As always, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, all the things, because it helps the podcast. And share. Share is a big one. Share, please.
The singer.
Share the singer. Do you believe in love? All right,
After all.
guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, too.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for
Absolutely.
having
This
us.
is awesome.
Absolutely. And that's it. Have yourselves a good day. And as always, no se meta con nadie para que nadie se las meta. Peace out.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
I did an anime by.
Good?